This December, the Homes for Heroes Foundation will hit its milestone of giving $1 million in foundation grants to help heroes in need. This milestone has been made possible by Homes for Heroes real estate agents and mortgage lenders who fuel the Home for Heroes circle of giving through their commitment to serving heroes with their real estate needs. And although all of us at Homes for Heroes and the Homes for Heroes Foundation are honored and proud to achieve this $1 million milestone, this is more than a monetary milestone. Behind each one of these dollars is a story of extraordinary service by a firefighter, a police officer, or military veteran who has sacrificed for our country. Over the following weeks, leading up to the Homes for Heroes Foundation milestone, we want to take a look back and share the stories and legacies of the heroes who have inspired the Homes for Heroes Foundation mission, its partnerships, and at the heart of this milestone. Today, we share the story of an Air Force veteran who, with the help of Operation Homefront, has taken this setback and turned it into an opportunity to help his fellow military members and veterans. In July of 2021, the Homes for Heroes Foundation provided a $10,000 grant to Operation Homefront, a nonprofit organization that helps military members and veterans with transitional housing. It was through this grant and with the help of Operation Homefront that we were able to meet Darnell Pierce, an Air Force veteran who has benefited from Operation Homefront's mission. We had the honor of visiting with Darnell as he shared his story of perseverance and determination as he took a setback and turned it into a success. However, there was something else we realized in our conversation with Darnell. It's that many of these stories don't have a defined end. Stories like Darnell's reinforce the fact that the act of giving creates a perpetual ripple effect that helps so many more people beyond the original recipient. In his own words, this is Darnell's story. Today, I'm joined by Darnell Pierce, an Air Force veteran. Because of a past grant to Operation Homefront, Darnell was able to get housing assistance through a new transitional housing apartment program with Operation Homefront. In fact, he was the first recipient. Thanks for talking with me today, Darnell. How are you?
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So let's just kind of jump right in. How did you find your way into the military and the Air Force?
Okay. So honestly, one of my basketball coaches growing up, he worked with my mom. He out of all my coaches, he was like my favorite. And I would say probably like a couple of years after high school, I did a couple semesters, part-time, full-time, college, working full-time. And, after a while, I don't know, I didn't really like the way things were going. I mean, I had a pretty good home life, but I just felt like balancing work, school, and, family obligations was just way too much for me. So I started exploring some different options. I had known that he was in the Air Force in the past. He was actually, he was fire protection. Yes. So I asked him about it, and he gave me some good information. He was gung ho about it. Like he said it was a great opportunity, and I looked into it. At first, I was kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie to you because I just knew it was gonna be like a big change in my life. Lifestyle, location, everything. I'm not with my family anymore. But I would say after I started the process in around like I want to say October of 2019, and I ended up actually leaving in February 2019. So I served from February 2019 to March of 2021, and I was in the United States Air Force Honor Guard, and it was a good experience.
That's awesome. So what were some of your duties in the Air Force? What were you, you said honor guard,
Yes.
but what were some of the things that you had to do in your time in the Air Force?
Yeah. So honestly, the Air Force Honor Guard, we basically just represented the Air Force to the general public. In a couple of different ways, such as our primary duty responsibility was to perform like military honors for like deceased service members and their families out of Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. And we also did like parades. Like I play the drums, so I was a parade drummer. I got the opportunity to go to Houston in 2019. I was also supposed to go to Chicago in 2020, but COVID hit and that got canceled. And then, I was pretty much starting my out processing, so I wasn't able to go anyway. But
That's a
yeah,
bummer, but that sounds like such a unique experience that obviously a lot of people don't encounter in the Air Force. So that's really cool. So you unfortunately had to medically retire from the Air Force. Can you talk a little bit about what happened and why retirement was maybe the best choice?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely don't look at it as an unfortunate event. Um, I feel like it was meant to happen, and basically, I was having, I would say in around like February 2020, uh, probably towards like Valentine's Day, I was having, some mental health related issues. Now, at the time, I was around like 22, going on 23, and I'd never had any, mental health related issues. I've never been like diagnosed with anything, and so I had what was called a manic episode, and like I said, this was my first time, experiencing that, and I ended up getting, you know, uh, I was placed in a behavioral health unit, and what was it? I forgot the location, but basically, I was there for a couple of weeks. They ended up diagnosing me. I had several episodes. They put me on a whole bunch of different medications. I wasn't really a big fan of them, and I would say from March all the way until like April, I had been in another hospital like 3 times. Like even after I got out of the hospital the first time, I was still having issues. The medications they had, you know, a couple of different effects on me that, like I said, I had never experienced before. Like I remember one time I was like hearing voices and stuff like that. I thought I was going crazy. Um, but from then on, I was able to, you know, uh, just completely retire by like March of the following year. So, now I'm in school. I'm doing a lot better, and like I said, I don't see it as unfortunate. I just everything happens for a reason, right?
That's such a good outlook on that. And I believe in that as well. Everything happens for a reason. Um, so, how did you then come across Operation Homefront? Um, and kind of when was that in the process? After medically retiring, during the process, or and then how did you feel about the mission of Operation Homefront?
Honestly, excuse me. I found out about Operation Homefront off of Google Shirts. Like I was just looking at a whole bunch of like opportunities and benefits for service disabled veterans. I was specifically looking for housing because after living on my own for like 2 years and then, going back and being with my parents, it's just a completely different shift. Like now you kind of have like those extra added responsibilities to your daily life and stuff like that. And, don't get me wrong, I love my family, but I just feel like at this point in my life, it's really important for me to just focus on, mostly on my own personal development and stuff like that. And I wanted to get back, toward independence. And just by chance, I just Google searched and I found it, reached out to them, got accepted, and now here I am.
Awesome. So, can you talk a little bit about the Transitional Housing Apartment program, what it is, what it means to you, and kind of how it's helped you out?
I mean, it honestly, it gave me the opportunity to uh, take that step back to just complete independence. Just like I said, getting a focus on, my goals and like for example, right now it allowed me to go to school. I'm at Lincoln University, Pennsylvania. I'm studying finance with a minor in computer science, and I just really helped, make the transition from military to civilian that much easier. And I mean, I know it'll more than likely be over by next July, but by then I'll be in a way better position going forward than I would have been had I just, stayed home and, did what I was doing.
Definitely. That's such a great opportunity. Looking back at kind of your journey from the Air Force to sort of transitional to now, how would you describe that experience to be in the military, have a place to live and that kind of thing, and then experience what you went through and now have this opportunity for housing? What has that journey kind of been like?
Um, I mean, it's had its ups and its downs. I've had some of my best moments of my life in the Air Force, and I've had some of my worst moments, you know. Um, but like I said, I definitely do think that, it's been a blessing thus far, and I'm grateful, every single day, and I just make my best effort to make the best of the situation.
That's awesome. So you've also kind of mentioned to us and to Operation Homefront that you're excited to use your opportunity to give back and help others in a similar situation to you. How do you plan to do that and give back to other people in similar situations?
Honestly, I spoke to Kyler and I told her that, whatever need me to say on the behalf of Operation Homefront and just advocate for this program and, just maybe, better service disabled veterans, just veterans in general, help bring more awareness to the program. Because honestly, I've already spoken to a couple of my friends that are active duty right now, and I've told them like, hey, if you come back to New York and you need a place to stay, you can look at the option of moving to Delaware over here and taking advantage of the transitional housing program. And you get free housing for a year. You can do trade school. You can go to school. Save some money up and maybe potentially buy a house after you
Awesome.
finish. Which is, I mean, it's my goal, but I don't know if I'm going to be in a position to do that after I finish this program in July.
Well, one day, for sure, one day we'll get you in a home.
Soon, very soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Darnell. It was great talking to you and hearing your experience and how Operation Homefront has helped, as well as the Homes for Heroes Foundation. If anyone would like to learn more about the Homes for Heroes Foundation and the work that we do with our hero communities, you can always get involved and visit homesforheroes.com/foundation. Darnell's story is a reminder that grants from the Homes for Heroes Foundation serve its mission of helping heroes in need. However, they also often serve a greater purpose by creating a ripple effect of serving and helping many more heroes. Since its beginning, the Homes for Heroes Foundation has provided grants to several nonprofits that are committed to helping military members and veterans in need, and we are grateful for these partnerships and the impact within the military community. To learn more about the Homes for Heroes Foundation and how it's helping military members, veterans, and other hero occupations in dire need, visit homesforheroes.com/foundation.